Hello TTS Today listeners, it's James again, and today we are going to be going through the frequently asked questions page with sales analysis. The first question is, after a sales upload, it shows that some customer numbers were not entered. Where did they go? To answer this, we're going to head to the sales input section, and I'm just going to take you guys through uploading a sales file and we can see what happens. So first we have to select our vendor. So I'm just going to leave it as AAA 2021 and do the upload for January. Next I just have to choose my file. So I've got one ready for today. We're going to go off of my desktop. We'll do an American Lighting test upload. We'll open that up and we can do upload and overwrite. Now you'll see up top, none of the sales went in and the rest appeared down here at the bottom when the section labeled "This report contains the data that was not uploaded." So what I'm going to do is export this to Excel just so I can get a good look at the customer numbers without having to open up a new tab. So now that I have this Excel document open, we're going to navigate over to the sales maintenance section. And we're going to be looking just in the first area. It says add vendor number for customer to manufacturer sales data. So the first thing we want to do is select our customer. So I'm just going to do the first one, a distributor, and we're going to enter in that first vendor number, which is Sesco. So I'm just going to copy and paste because I just want to make sure that it's not going to get messed up. I'll enter that in, and now I'll just hit add vendor number. To see how that went in, we'll head back to sales input and we can select our file again. And we'll do upload and overwrite. And you'll see now that the two customer numbers with Sesco have been successfully uploaded. And if we actually want to see them loaded in, we can come down to the manual input section. And this is a pretty cool feature. If you just select your vendor and month, it'll show the current sales entered. So you can see the total sales went to a distributor for $270. So I just took a brief break to enter the rest of those customer numbers in. So if we go to upload now, we can choose our file. And you'll see this time everything went in. Now one thing to note is if you realize that you entered one of these customer numbers in for the wrong customer, which happens more often than you think, you can still fix that. You just head back over to sales maintenance. You'll want to hit edit/view vendor number. Once this loads up, you just select your vendor file. So we're going to be still working in AAA 2021. And it'll pop up. So you can filter using any of these top buttons, right? So if I just want to filter by the distributor name, I can do that. You can see we've got a lot of blank ones in here. It is just our test account, so you'll have to excuse that. But let's just say that first one that I entered in, Sesco, was for the wrong customer. So I'll just click that here, and I'll select the new distributor that this goes to. Let's just say we put this in for ABC Electric. And it just lets you know this combination will move all the sales associated with that vendor customer number to the new customer. If you don't want to do that, just hit close. Otherwise, you can hit select save. So I'm going to hit save because I want to make sure those sales move. And it just lets me know my changes have been saved. So now if we head back to sales input and just take a quick look at this vendor file, you'll see the sales that were for a distributor are now under ABC Electric, and my other sales went in as well. So our next question is, where did all of my vendors go? This is something that comes up at the beginning of every year. We get calls about this pretty much all day on January 1st or 2nd, whichever day people are starting to come back into the office. And this is actually a pretty simple one, but since it only has to be done once a year, I don't blame people for calling to check how to do it. So to add these new vendors in at the beginning of the year, what we're going to do is head right back over to sales maintenance. We're going to skip that first section and the second section. So the second section definitely tends to confuse people. One of the other calls we get is people will go to create the new vendor sales file, but when they set it up for a new company, it's not going to bring any of those cross-reference numbers over with it. So we want to make sure that we're heading to create new vendor sales file for existing vendor. And if we just hit this drop down, it's going to show every year for every vendor we've got. And so I'm just going to head to manufacturer A, and I'm going to select manufacturer A 2019, since that's the last year it has. And let's just say I'm a year behind on entering in my sales reports, which I hope none of you guys are. But if we are, you can select 2019 and create a file for 2020. So we'll just hit create new file and it'll load for a second. And now if we go to create the file for 2021, we can select that same drop down. And if we scroll down, you'll see manufacturer A 2020. We'll select that. And this time we're going to select 2021 and create new file. So now if we go over to sales input and select the drop down, you'll see manufacturer A pops up now.
Thank you for watching TTS Today. If you have any questions regarding any of our products and would like them answered on air, please email askttstoday@tradetechsolutions.com. And don't forget to check the What's New section of our website for the latest episode. See you in the next one. Goodbye.